What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another week of totally inappropriate team sports, or as we like to call it, TITS. I'm Cheeseman,
And I'm gonna beat you until your guts fall out of your pussy.
joined along with by.
Laser Generation, Smart Ball.
Let's do the Minifan.
And Matty Icing.
And that clip was from a movie I watched this week called Please Don't Destroy the Treasure of Foggy Mountain. I was watching it with the wife, and that little clip happened, and I laughed uncontrollably, and she was just like, "What the fuck is your problem?" Like, I'm sorry, I thought that was fucking hilarious.
You're not allowed to have fun. That's the marriage zone.
Right. How dare you laugh at something?
And I'm gonna beat you until your guts fall out of your pussy.
So if you actually watch the movie and know the context to it too, it's even funnier. Anyway, how's you guys this week? Anything fun and exciting? What's up, Scott?
Ooh, somebody's popping open the cold. That sounds fun. Oh, get yourself a little wild cherry Pepsi action.
Yep, nothing better.
Mm,
Between that and Code Red Mountain Dew. All right, yeah, fun and exciting.
Tell me
week
you're a
already.
hick without telling me you're a hick.
Fuck's wrong with Wild Cherry Pepsi or Code Red Mountain Dew?
I mean, the
I didn't say
Red
PBR. Yeah, I said it's Code Red, not just regular Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is the greatest soda ever.
I like the idea of you rationing that out as it being like a classier version of Mountain Dew.
It's the
Like
more
it's a
urban
fucking, like,
version. It's not classy.
it's like
it's
a
urban.
giant Johnny Walker Blue of Mountain Dew or some shit.
We had a birthday party for my daughter over the weekend. Matt knows he was there. And I found out I'm having another daughter.
Nice.
Mm,
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Thought for sure it was gonna be a boy. This is the first one I was wrong on. First one I was like, it's gonna be a boy. It was a boy. Second one I'm like, it's gonna be a girl. It's a girl. Third one, it's gonna be a girl. It's a girl. Fourth one, it's gonna be a boy. No, it's a girl. No 2 and 2 for me. 3 girls, 1 boy. Final count. No fucking more. My oldest daughter was like, you gotta keep trying until you have a boy. I'm like, no. You got your older brother. You don't need a younger one too. Fine. Scott says, I knew this. Congrats, bro. And thank you, Scott. He must have seen the post on Facebook.
I was gonna ask, did we learn our lesson? Did you actually make sure that she told everybody she needs to tell first before you tell somebody and they tell people and then it gets out? I mean,
Well,
I don't
it
know
was
who would do that.
Yeah, right. She made the post on Facebook, and like everybody important was at the actual reveal, so it's fine. Scott says, "Yeah, stop it too." 2 past that already, Scott. 1 past it if you're talking about just girls. I even referenced at the party I catch shit on the show every week for having too many kids, and now it's a running joke on Thursdays too. It's starting to bleed over into fucking wrestling outlet.
Well, I mean that's not my fault. That's True North is to blame for that one. Because I was gonna say, I was like, why did I start doing that? I was like, oh, it isn't my fault. That's True North's fault.
Yeah, True North was the instigator. He's the shit starter.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine. That's his role here in the chat, and I accept it.
Absolutely.
Been a rough fucking week though. I've threw out my back real good on Wednesday, and then woke up Thursday sick. Like, oh sweet.
Oof.
Been to the chiropractor 3 times since though, so feeling good there. Just still can't seem to shake this cold. I'm on the fucking, like the other side of it. I've gone through the worst, but it's still just lingering for some reason. Just realized I didn't write down Smirk's picks earlier. I sent them the odds, sent everybody the odds for the games that are going on currently, so we would have more than just the 2 games this week. Scott says, I'm old now. Yeah, I'm feeling you. Dirk, damn you, True North. No, like I said, it's okay. Fill this in real quick.
Very good. Very good.
I guess we can just jump right into the shit since we don't really have a whole lot to talk. No bullshitting. We'll do NHL first. Last week, we had Edmonton taking on Dallas. Dallas favored by 1.5. I went along with Dallas. We know what happens when everybody else goes alone. When I go alone, I get fucked. Not this time. I'm the only one that gets the point. Thank you, Edmonton, for being Edmonton. Over under was set at 6.5. Me and Matt took the over. Me and Matt get the point there too. High scoring affair. I think it was like a 9-goal game or some shit. Oh, I didn't even write down the odds, but or the shit because it's one game. But I went 2-0. Matt went 1-2, or sorry, 1-1, and Luke and Spark went 0-2. Thank you, True North. There's one thing I need to do. It's spending less time in bed.
God.
I can't. It's not like I can get her pregnant again. She's still pregnant, so. And that fact is apparent because now that she's pregnant, I don't get sex anymore. Only in Ohio, it's cold in May. That's a Michigan thing too. It's just a Midwest thing. The weather's been fucking stupid. Like 80 one day and then 56 the next, and then 70 and then 43. Like fucking weather's having a bigger identity crisis than fucking Bruce Jenner.
Folks.
So, on the season, the postseason that is, I am still in last, even going 2-0 at 10-16. Luke 12-12, Smark 12-12, Matty Icing 14 and or wait, sorry. Luke and Smark are 12-14, and Matty Icing is 14-12. So let's get into this week. Currently, right now, we have Dallas taking on Edmonton in Edmonton. Edmonton favored by 1.5. Luke went alone with Edmonton.
Oil reserves.
Oil? Excuse me 1 second. Operation Golden Eagle is a go.
True North says, never too early to start working on Irish twins. Nope, we're not doing that. So yeah, if Luke went alone with Edmonton, that means the rest of us are taking Dallas. Holy shit, that seemed louder than normal. Maybe I just got my headphones turned up more. I only got the volume at halfway. I don't know why that just screamed at me like the way it did.
I think it's about right.
And we all took the over. Over under was set at 6.5. So no drama there. Which
Not
leaves
looking
us
great so far.
it's still early.
Nah.
Let's move on to tomorrow's game. We got the Florida Panthers giving up 1.5 as they travel to Carolina to take on the Hurricanes. This series has been one-sided as fuck. They were nice. Florida was nice enough to let Carolina get one in there. So I'm in last. I'll go first. Just out of spite, I'm going to take Carolina because fuck Florida.
Stand back! There's a hurricane coming through.
We already know what Luke's pick is, so let's go ahead and get his in next.
Yeah, that's 2 series in a row where Florida have thrown a game to troll their opponents.
You rat bastard.
All right, Smart Wahlberg.
I am also going to Florida.
You rat bastard.
And Matty Icing.
I too will go Florida.
You rat bastard.
All right, that puts me on my own. Hopefully it pays off 2 weeks in a row. Over under set at 5.5. I'm going to take the under in this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you.
Nah, it's the game.
What game? What the hell game are you playing?
No, my I'm playing NCAA. My quarterback just like missed a wide open receiver.
And that was the receiver crying.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, I took the under. Luke, what are you taking?
What did you say the over under was again?
5.5.
Yeah, I'll take the under.
Right. It's Mark Wahlberg.
I am going to be taking the over largely because I just think the Panthers will put up almost that many. It'll probably be like 5-1.
Okay. And Matty Icing.
I'll take the over.
All right, split there. Smirk and Matt with the over, me and Luke with the under. And that is it for the NHL. Yay. Move on to the NBA, I guess. Oh, hold on, I gotta write down Smirk also. Okay. Got that. First game currently going on. Or wait, forgot. Last week we had the Indiana Pacers taking on the New York Knicks. Knicks favored by 1.5. Sorry, 4.5. I went alone with the Pacers, and again, going alone got me a win this week. All right. Over under was set at 224.5. We all took the over, and we all hit with that. So that means out of all 2 of the games last week, I went 4-0. Perfect week. Yeah. I still suck. Again, I didn't write down the stuff, but it's easy to figure out. I went 2-0. The rest of you went 1-1. So on the season now, me, Matt, and Luke are all 8-17, and Spark Wahlberg still in the lead at 9-16.
Fucking embarrassing!
Yeah, there ain't enough games left to save these records. We're all finishing below 500. This is why we don't do the NBA. Matt watches the NBA. He knows it, and he's still tied for last with the rest of us. Smark wants to do NBA, though, because he's winning.
It's the only one I actually win at.
Right. That's why we're not doing it. Can't let Smark win anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's a certain pecking order that must be abided to.
Yeah. Smark wants not win. All right. Currently, we have the New York Knicks taking on the Indiana Pacers. Pacers favored by 2.5. Smark has gone alone with the Knicks.
How can you pluralize the Lone Ranger? What's wrong with that? Well, there's 3 of you.
Which obviously means the rest of us are taking the Pacers.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
I hope they can win a few more. Over under set at 224.5. Sorry, that was last week. Over under set at 219.5. Luke and Smart take the under. And me and Maddie have the over. I'm pretty sure that the over is going to hit this one. I feel pretty confident in that one.
You sent it to us, but since you didn't say it, what is the spread?
219.5. Oh, sorry, the spread. Indiana favored by 2.5.
Yeah. You sent it to us, but I don't think you said it. So.
Oh, yeah, my bad. All right, tomorrow's game, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves. Why I spaced on it. Traveling to Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder. Thunder favored by 8.5. Fuck it, I'll just keep going first. I'm tied for last, so why not? I will take Minnesota to keep it close, but not necessarily to win.
If I wanted to fight loser Vikings, I'd go to Minnesota.
Yeah, see, I forgot about the drop. Definitely taking Minnesota. Matty Icing. He went from unmuted to muted.
Mm-hmm. Almost. You'll get there. You believe me. We've got
He'll figure
this.
it out.
We might not have this.
He missed a wide open receiver again.
Mm-hmm.
It's through
You
his
can't
control.
go.
Well, while we're waiting for him to unmute himself, I will also say that I think OKC win it, but Minnesota keep it close.
If I wanted to fight loser Vikings, I'd go to Minnesota.
All right. Matt went from unmuted to muted to unmuted. Matt, who do you like in this game? Uh-oh. He's unmuted and it's still not working. We have connection issues, I think. And he's gone.
Right.
So this is fucking embarrassing. I'm leaving. All right, well, Smart, who you like in this game?
I'll tell you what, it doesn't get any easier than rookie map, so you're gonna have to figure it out, friend. I'm gonna need that spread one more time.
Oklahoma City favored by 8.5.
Yeah, that's good enough. I'll go with Oklahoma City.
They shouted blue light.
Hell yes.
All right, can you guys hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Okay, I got a phone call from an insurance agent, and I declined it, but it took away my microphone. I don't know why.
Could be being a couple months.
I went with Minnesota.
Okay.
If I wanted to fight, lose the Vikings, I'd go to Minnesota.
Yay.
I just had an interview today and got hired. I gotta go through and do the testing and then get certified and get a license, and then I will be an insurance agent. Yay. Over under this game set at 220.5. I'm gonna go over again. Fuck it. It's the NBA. They don't play defense. Matty icing.
I'm going to take the under.
All right. True North says, in Matty's defense, those ball gags are difficult to tie up. All right, Matt with the under. Luke Birch.
This has been an incredibly high-scoring series, but for some reason there always seems to be that one game that both teams fall flat on their face. So I'll say that this is that game and take the under.
All right. Smart Wahlberg.
So usually when somebody goes on their own, they get a point, except when it's you. But then sometimes it does. I'm going with you, and we're both going to get a point. So I'm going with you.
All right. Smart taking the over with me. Let's go. That does it for the NBA. Short and sweet. I like that. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We're out of here.
All right. Mazel tov. Enjoy your evening.
Chinaman.
All right.
See if I can pull this. No, that's not right. Wrong list.
Of course, RIP to a real one. You never say that.
Oh yeah. Did he die on the massage table or?
Well, I mean, according to Wikipedia, there are sort of varying reports as to how and why he died. Every 5 to 10 minutes, somebody was editing it to it being something else that was potentially true, but just a bit insensitive.
All right. Well, I have here the PFF quarterback rankings for all 32 starters heading into the 2025 NFL season. So, go through that just for the fuck of it. Any guesses on who's number one?
Yeah,
Josh Allen.
Nope. Smart hit it. It's Patty Mahomes.
Isn't it always?
Number two might be a little more surprising. Any guesses on who's number two?
Shane Daniels.
Kenny Pickett.
Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett. Close.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Both way off. No, is Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals. You may have heard of him. Dirk's fairly familiar with him. Number three. Dirk says, with that red light in the background, Luke looks like Phil Collins' No Jacket Required album cover.
That's incredibly specific.
He sent the damn picture to me last week. Apparently, he wanted me to reference it, but I forgot. Sorry, Dirk.
Number three, I'd guess Josh Allen.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Still be wrong. All of you wrong.
Lamar?
Matthew
Lamar.
Stafford.
No. Luke got it. It's Lamar Jackson, the quarterback who doesn't quarterback very well. He can run, but his quarterbacking is shaky. Number four. Now you can say his name.
Matthew
If,
Stafford.
if this isn't Josh, I riot.
It's
Cam,
Josh Allen.
Cam. It should.
I went to pull up the list, and the number one was Cam Ward, and I'm like, oh, okay, I must have stumbled into the wrong list here. Let's back out.
Reading it backwards.
Number 5.
Jane Daniels.
CJ Stroud.
Nope.
Who are we forgetting? Oh, Matthew Stafford.
Matt's all about that Matthew Stafford. He just won a Super Bowl.
Hurts?
Yeah, Jalen Hurts, number 5.
He's not a real quarterback either.
I'd say more so than fucking Lamar. But yeah, not a good. I don't understand how he's top 5.
The tush push.
Yeah, there you go. Which is still going to be legal. Did not get voted out.
Thanks fuck for that.
Number 6, Smark.
Jaden.
There you go.
Cam.
Yes, number 6,
There's also-
Jaden Daniels of the Washington Commanders. After 1 year, he's the number 6 quarterback in the league. Maybe
Yeah, so was CJ Stroud too.
I was just going to say that. We've seen what happened to CJ Stroud last year. Number 7 on the list, Matty Ice.
Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford. Number 8.
Baker Mayfield.
Nope.
The irrelevant overpay?
Is that Brock Purdy?
Yeah.
Nope.
Jared Goff?
Nope. It is Justin Herbert. The most overrated quarterback in the league, as far as I'm concerned. He doesn't win shit when the chips are down, and he needs a win. Can't win shit, but you know he's one of the best in the league. Number 9.
Brock Purdy?
Nope.
Jared Goff.
Nope.
Baker Madoff. Baker Madoff. Baker
Madoff.
Mayfield.
Bernie Madoff.
Hell yeah, dude.
Jared Goff, Detroit
Jared
Lions, number 9. Number 10, this one's a bit surprising to me. It's still not Brock Purdy.
Jordan.
Kyler Murray?
Playing for a new team this year.
Aaron Rodgers.
Russell Wilson?
Nope.
Justin Fields.
And Arnold?
Nope.
Kirk Cousins?
Nope. Kirk Cousins didn't report to fucking OTAs, by the way.
Geno Smith?
Geno Smith, number 10, Las Vegas Raiders. Like, where are they coming up with this list? How's Geno Smith a top 10 quarterback?
Let's see.
All right. Number 11, too much money, Brock Purdy. Number 12, any guesses?
This has to be Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, Baker.
No, it's none other than Luke's homeboy, Jordan Love of the Green Bay Packers. Baker doesn't get any love.
Yeah, for
Until
real.
we get to number 13, Baker Mayfield. I guess at least he's top 15, but after his year he had last year, I don't know how he doesn't come in higher.
The last 2 years have been really good for him.
Yeah. How's he come up behind Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, and Geno Smith, for fuck's sake?
I don't remember where, but I heard earlier that apparently Tampa Bay and Baker are back in contract negotiations.
Are they?
They
Hopefully
just
they're paying
signed?
him more. Yeah, I don't keep up too much on the fucking contracts and shit. I know the guy that turned his career around though is over in Carolina now, so we'll see what happens in Carolina. They may be good.
I'm excited to see their defense this year.
Number 14. Any guesses? Last year's Jaden Daniels.
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud. Number 15.
Trevor.
And Arnold.
I think Call of Duty.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler.
Kyler's number 15. Number 16. Long hair, can't play for shit. All of a sudden,
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Number 17, way too overpaid for as much as he gets injured.
Tua.
Dak.
Dak Prescott.
Tan Kirk Cousins.
Number 18, most likely suffers from migraines.
Tua.
Tua.
Tua Tagovailoa. Number 19, Luke's favorite rookie from last year,
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
I'm taking umbrage with this list because I figured we were already a couple of deep in, we're 10 deep in, so I could look at the first half of it without it being spoiled. They ranked it on recent performance and career trajectory. That was the only metric that they're ranking this on. They ranked two of what was it, 18?
Yeah.
His career trajectory is just death on the field.
Right.
If you're doing that, it's at least 25 or behind that.
Number 20, he was a rookie last year.
Drake May.
Drake.
Nope. NFC South.
Michael Penis.
Or was it not last year?
Penix.
Sorry, he was a rookie 2 years ago. My bad. Last year.
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young, yep. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Number 21. Last year was supposed to be his rookie year. Didn't take a single snap.
J.J. McCarthy, because he went to Michigan.
J.J. McCarthy, because he went to fucking Michigan. He's number 21 on the list. Ahead of the other rookie from last year. Nope.
Jesus Christ. Fucking not playing gets you a better spot on the list than playing for fucking Eagle Foods. I can't believe this bullshit.
Yep.
Penix Jr.
Nope, close.
Tyler Shaw.
Drake May. Drake May, number 22. Number 23. Now
Michael Penix.
Yeah, Michael Penix Jr. Number 24, Smark.
Caleb.
Yay. Finishes behind all the other rookies from last year, even though he had a better season than half of them. Number 25. He'll be an actual rookie this year.
Cam Ward.
Cameron Ward. Number 26. No love for this guy considering the year he had last year.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold, yes. Number 27. Mr. Unlimited.
Yes.
Russell Wilson. Number 28. Played backup to Russell Wilson.
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. Number 20.
I honestly forgot he was even going to be a starter this year.
Yeah, he'll be starting for the Jets, so I mean it's still a step up for him, right? Number 29.
Starting in division, and I still fucking forgot about him.
I think it's funny that this guy's number 29 because there's 5 quarterbacks in the fucking room.
Kenny Pickett.
Nope.
Anthony Richardson.
Nope.
Shedeur Sanders.
Nope.
Daniel Jones.
Nope.
Joe Flacco.
There you go. Joe Flacco, number 29. He's expected to start for the Browns, I guess. Number 30. He was another rookie last year. The worst of the bunch, for sure. Somebody just said his name a minute ago.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, the last one.
Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, it was me that said that, too. Fuck.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, yeah, he was a rookie last year, wasn't he? I completely forgot about that.
No, he was a rookie 2 years ago.
Okay.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, he was last year.
Yeah,
he played all his rookie year, did he?
He played a couple games, but then got hurt.
4 games, 5 games.
If that.
Last year, he just got benched because he wanted to be benched. All right, number 31. There's only 2 left.
Tyler Slough.
Nope. Different team. They had a couple quarterbacks last year, and they got rid of both of them, and now they don't have one, and they might sign Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And now Luke can say it. Number 32.
Taylor Slab.
Yeah. New Orleans Saints. How do they not have anybody better than him to start? Damn, these teams are bad.
I think there's no real format. We didn't talk about this. But based on this, I think it's actually a pretty good transition. Luke, if you could get the big wheel of death ready. I know I kind of sprung that on you. But I'll filibuster for a minute. I told you I had an idea. And the idea that I had is actually very much related to what you just read. I stole from the fucking Nina Kime show of just drafting the quarterbacks, all 32 quarterbacks. So there's 4 of us. That would be what, 8? I believe 8. Everybody gets 8.
Yep.
What they did on the show was it was supposed to be a 3-year trajectory, or like 3 years. Like you would have to go off all the quarterbacks for 3 years, but I don't know why you would have like fucking 8 quarterbacks anyway. So I don't think having like factoring in 3 years really matters all that much. But
Right. You're factoring in the future 3 years or the past 3 years?
the future 3 years.
Okay.
It's like who you would want over the span of 3 years. But if you already have like 8 plus quarterbacks, I don't know why when you get to like quarterback 7 it would really matter. But
Because you are the Cleveland Browns.
this is for true. All right, so whenever you want to spin that wheel, Luke, I have all of the quarterbacks.
Well, we just went through a list of the 32 starters, so that should be helpful too. Just got fucking respin this to go first.
Yes. And shit, if you're really feeling zesty, if you want to pick a backup quarterback, that's more than fine. But it's going to be the same. Fucking everybody gets the same amount of people. Once we get 32, we're done.
Oh, damn it. I was going to get to go first and second. Matty Ison's going second.
Let's go respin.
It's going to be Smark. Oh, wait. No. Does it have it? Does it have enough?
Oh. Yeah,
it is. All right. Me, Matt, Smark, and Luke. Well, I mean, I'd imagine over the next 3 years he can keep up what he's been doing, and he'll do it better than the ones that are ahead of him so far, according to that list anyway. Not the biggest fan of the guy, but I still probably got to take him first overall. Give me Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Wow, very good.
Luke, you were going last. He wasn't falling to you.
Right.
Say, if I didn't take him, Matty Icing was taking him.
That's for sure. And since you took Josh Allen, because I thought maybe you would go Patrick Mahomes, I will take Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes is already on the decline. 3 years from now, I don't like him.
Is he on the decline, or is his entire offense on the decline?
I think the entire team is on the decline, including him.
We could hope for both, yeah.
Right.
There we go. All right. I am on the board next. Let's see, what do I want?
We're going to take Trubisky.
Hell yeah, dude. No, I can't take Trubisky. I am going to go. Fucking nobody else wants him, but I'm going to take him anyway. I'm going to go Lamar Jackson.
Good. Luke's upset about that.
Yep, there you go.
He could have fell all the way to the next round, and I'm not taking him.
Yeah, I know you hit him, but I don't necessarily trust Burrow. I mean, he's a good fucking pocket passer, but you need a little bit more nowadays, it seems like.
All right,
I guess
Luke.
I'll have to take Burrow.
Dang it.
All right, well, we just took all 4 of the top 4 quarterbacks according to that last list. I look 3 years into the future, so I don't want Stafford. He won't be here in 3 years. Fuck, he can't win it. I wish I had a coin on me. Do I have a coin on me? Let's see. I do. It's a penny, but it works. They're taking pennies out of circulation. I don't know if you guys have heard that. All right, I guess I'm taking Jaden Daniels.
The first.
A bit risky, but if he can stay on the track that he was last year, he's going to be a fucking monster. That brings us back around to Matty Icing.
Oh gosh.
You know you want to do it. Just do it.
Between the two,
Scott said save the penny. I do. It's the only way I can have savings. Just pennies.
I guess give me Matthew Stafford.
Huh. He's not even going to be here in 3 years. That's why I didn't take him. Oh, fucking retired and then shot himself because he's home all day with Kelly.
The dogs are being closed full area. I. This is a tough one. I am going to go a little bit early, but I'm just going to see if I can try to snake Luke again. I'm going to take Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
Nope. No finger, so I didn't snake Luke.
Mr. Tush Push.
Yeah, there goes Jalen Hurts. I didn't even want to take him, but if he was still going to be there next round, I felt I would have had to. All right. Well, I thought Matt would pick him up. I don't know. I don't like the fucking 3-year thing. I mean, the rest of them are all kind of risky when you look at over the next 3 years. So I'll just take him for like this year and next year, I guess, at least. Give me Jared Goff.
I guess. Go ahead and give me Baker Mayfield.
I thought about Baker for a second.
I am going to go CJ Stroud.
Right.
I guess I'll have to be a homer and take Jordan.
Right, 2 of the top 10 are still out there available. I don't want either one of them. I want him. You know what? Smart made his pick with his reach with picks. Sorry, Knicks. So I guess I'll take my turn to make a reach. And I'll take Michael Penix Jr. Matty Icing.
I'll take the long hair overrated, even Justin Herbert.
It was one of the 2 in the top 10 that we hadn't been picked, so now there's just number 10.
Just trying to keep up with the list as we go. To see what we got left. Michael Penis is gone. Jordan Love's also gone. Mental note for myself. I am going to go with give me Dak. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Again, I'm not too confident about the 3-year thing, but give me Tua Tagovailoa. Ow!
That was the sound of Tua stubbing his head.
Sound of Tua just thinking.
Yeah, no shit. He turned his head too quickly. Ah! He's a violent sneeze away from his fucking career ending. All right, that puts me back on the clock. Shit. And I don't like the whole 3-year aspect. I'm not taking him. I had to go with another reach, probably. Give me Justin Fields to have a crazy career resurgence with the New York Jets. I know it's bad that I'm picking Justin Fields over some of these guys that are available still, but I just don't like them.
All right, I forget. Is Caleb Williams still available?
Caleb Williams is still available.
I am sorry, Smart, but I will take Caleb Williams.
He was totally going to take Caleb this time around, too. You know it.
I mean, I don't know. Hopefully everything goes well. But yeah, last year, I don't know. I will stay in a similar vein of things and go with a quarterback that was taken in the same position in the draft just a year before. I'll go with Bryce Young.
Yeah, I was thinking about taking him with my next pick. Thinking about it. Hadn't decided yet.
Justice for Ryan Sucker. I'll take the most overrated Mr. Irrelevant of
Oh,
all time.
Brock Purdy is off the list. All right. Well, the pickings are getting pretty slim here, so I guess I will take Kyler Murray. Number 10 is still on the board.
Is CJ Stroud there?
No, that is mine.
No, you
Yeah, so Smart picked CJ already.
Okay. Trevor Lawrence.
He's already picked 2, I'm pretty sure.
He's picked 2?
I think you picked him.
No, I took Herbert.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No, Trevor Lawrence is still available.
All right. He's not anymore. I'll take both the long-haired blonde guys.
There we go.
Bye-bye.
I mean, bye-bye. We're not leaving yet.
You're being ushered off.
Yeah, no shit.
That's not who I want, but for record-keeping purposes, did anybody take Sam Darnold?
Sam Darnold is still available, as far as I know.
I can't remember if anybody took Sam Darnold. All right, Sam Darnold's still available. So as a quick reset, Joe Flacco is available, Anthony Richardson's available, Geno Smith's available, Drake May, Cam Ward, JJ McCarthy, Tyler Shaw, and Sam Darnold. I am going to go Drake.
Okay. You leaving? Yep, okay.
Who did you take, Smart?
He took
Drake
May.
I'll go for what could be a bit of a reach. He's going into his rookie season. He went on day 3, but I genuinely think he'll be starting within the season. Give me Will Howard.
And who's he playing for?
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, okay. All right, fuck it. I guess nobody else is going to pick. I'm going to fucking take him. Give me Geno Smith.
Smith's off the board.
So that means Mason Rudolph could still be picked, but doesn't have to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Also-
I would take... Give me Cam Ward.
Took my pick. Well, I really No, I'm not going to take it because I want to see how far he's going to fall. I am going to go. Fuck it, since Luke is taking a flyer on people, I'm going to take one of the 87 Cleveland quarterbacks. And it would be the one you think if you know who my college team is. Give me Dylan Gabriel.
Okay.
Who apparently is 4'7" according to the fucking comment of the news journalist I was asking him questions in press conferences and mouthing off about how small he was as soon as he left. Fuck that guy.
It says, makes sense for Cheese to draft Kyler. He's used to managing short people who won't stop playing video games. And my son's as tall as I am. He's the one that won't stop playing the fucking video games. All right. Back around to Luke Birch, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the guy that draft scouts were drooling over during their draft process. But since coming into the league has been so piss poor that they asked to be benched because they were tired. Give me Anthony Richardson.
God damn. Is this the 8th round here, final round?
Indeed it is. It's one of the last picks.
I believe
There's
so, yeah.
two AFC quarterbacks left, 3 NFC quarterbacks left.
No. He's gone. No.
So you got
Gone.
Darnold, you got Wilson, you got McCarthy, you got Rudolph, and then you've got one of the 87 Cleveland Brown quarterbacks, Sam Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah. I guess I'll take the one who's probably going to at least hold his job throughout the season. And if last year wasn't a fluke, then it'll be a good pick. Give me the fucking ginger, Sam Darnold. Dark says my son and Mojo's son should hang out because they both like video games. That's like all kids like video games. My son's super antisocial. He don't hang out with anybody. Hell, he only hangs out with me sometimes if I play a video game with him.
And that is up by the by.
Stephen A. Smith thinks we're all racist for not drafting Shador #1. Angel Reese also thinks we're racist because we don't like her. Has nothing to do with her being a bad player, being a stupid bitch.
Well, now let's be careful with the we on this one.
Spark, you just want to fuck her. It doesn't mean you like her.
To me, it's the same.
Oh no! Oh, you motherfuckers. Oh.
I mean, she has her own McDonald's meal. She appeals to my 2 favorite things.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay.
All right, Matty Icing. Who's going to be your final pick?
Is Sam Darnold there?
No, I just.
No, he's not.
You just took him? Okay. I couldn't hear it.
Once again, Rudolph is there. McCarthy is there. Shaw is there. Wilson is there. And one of the 8,700 Cleveland Browns quarterbacks that aren't Dylan Gabriel.
You know what? We're going to go for a projection, hopefully. Give me Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart. And you know what? Since it is the last pick, and since all quarterbacks are available that are not been drafted, this is a pretty obvious one for me. Cheese predicted a career resurgence for Justin Fields. I'm predicting a career resurgence for this man. Give me Trubisky, please.
I left him there for you.
Of course.
Thank you.
That's Angel Reese talking about her new teammate.
And I'll finish it off by taking someone that is probably actually going to start. Tyler Slav.
Very good.
I'm so happy that J.J. McCarthy went undrafted.
I was going to pick him, but then I was like, well, let's not ruin the bid here because I don't think anybody else is going to take him.
Mama.
In fact, so JJ didn't get taken. Mason Rudolph didn't get taken. Russell Wilson didn't get taken. And Shador Sanders didn't get taken. So
Fuck!
That's J.J. McCarthy when he listens back to our episode.
Boy, do I really hope he's as shitty as you guys seem to think he's going to be.
I just don't want to pick a overrated fucking Michigan quarterback.
Man.
Name one Michigan quarterback that did anything besides Tom Brady. Just name one, I dare you.
Speaking of overrated, I don't know. Have you guys seen the new cover for NCAA 26? Michigan has 2 quarterbacks on the cover.
What the fuck?
Oh, and a flag. There's like 3 schools that got a flag, and Michigan's one of them. Can you guess the 2 quarterbacks?
I don't even know who their quarterback's going to be. Like, current prospects for quarterbacks?
One's current, one's past.
Okay, well, JJ or Tom Brady?
Neither. Neither are white.
Oh, well,
that should really narrow it down, though.
Oh, they don't even play for Michigan anymore?
You have Bryce Underwood, the #1 recruit that they paid a whole bunch of money for to hope he's good, who he was completely going to LSU, and then he decided to go to Michigan, and they just think it's because it's Michigan, but not the paycheck he just received. And then, watch out, he might hit you with his DUI, Denard Robinson.
Oh, Denard. The fuck they put Denard Robertson on there? Robinson, whatever.
After he just got fired because of a DUI.
He's a Michigan guy. That's all that matters. Bryce Underwood's the one that played in Belleville, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that'd be a pretty cool game mechanic, I guess. Because, like, the first year they had, like, the crowd control or whatever, where if you were playing on somebody doing an away game, the fucking screen would shake and you'd have a hard time seeing the receiver routes and shit. So this year you just have, like, if you're hungover, like, your speed stats slow down, recognition's off.
Yeah. But two fucking Michigan players undercover. So almost you can just hear the Wolverine fans fucking jizzing up a landslide. An avalanche, so to speak.
It's an avalanche! Snow filled the air, buries everything. Time to be scared. You better be aware. It's a nightmare.
Yeah. There's jizz everywhere.
I mean, you know they're out there just pirating all their wins and stuff gaily.
There's more seed. Yeah, more seed spilled than from a gay pirate's ass. All right. I have the rankings of the NFL divisions by strength heading into 2025. Anybody care to guess what the #1 division according to strength is?
NFC North.
NFC North. That is correct. Lions, Vikings.
I think Matt was already
Texans,
headed
Bears.
there, and I cut him off, so he also gets it.
We're not keeping track. There's no point in this.
I'm keeping points.
Anybody care to guess what #2 is?
AFC West.
That is correct. AFC West with the Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, and Broncos, even though the Raiders are going to suck. #3, this one's a little more surprising.
NFC East, because I love to overrate it.
No.
AFC North.
No.
NFC West.
NFC West.
Ew.
Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks, and 49ers. Seahawks aren't going to be any good. The 49ers aren't going to be very good. The Cardinals are going to be the Cardinals, which leaves the Rams to fucking lead the division. How is this the #3 toughest division in football? But I mean, I guess that makes a
Because
little more sense than
it's
the number 4.
LA.
Yeah, LA.
Wow.
We guess number 4.
This, I think, will be the NFC East.
No.
AFC North.
AFC North.
AFC North. The Ravens, the Bengals, the Steelers, and the Browns. The Steelers and the Browns aren't going to win shit. And if the Bengals
Well-
don't fucking somehow learn how to play defense, they're not going to win shit either.
But the Browns have
I
Shador
s-
Sanders.
Yeah. But they're not going to play him. So.
I would love nothing more if they just cut him like in the middle of camp.
Yeah, they reference Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins all returning. It's like, yeah, they were all there last year. And what did they win? Exactly.
Oh,
Shout out to them though for not being able to get a deal in place for Trey Henderson or the defensive end that they drafted as well. Shamar Stewart.
Yeah.
and the owner coming out and basically saying Trey Hendrickson should be grateful for what we're offering him.
Yeah, I remember that. Like, yeah, maybe you should just shut the fuck up. You're not making anything better. Henderson's going to sit
like
the
how-
season.
I like how they tried to pull like a Myles Garrett with him and it just didn't work. It's like, yeah, we'll shit talk you in the media and then we'll throw some money at you. It's like, no, it doesn't work that way. Like,
Yep. He's like, no, I'm not doing that. All right, the number 5 division.
now it's time for the NFC East.
Yes, now it's time for the NFC East. Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys, and Giants. Yeah, the Giants are shit. Eagles and Commanders are strong. Cowboys, if Dak can stay healthy, will be competitive. I think they'll make the playoffs this year and then get laughed out in the first round like usual. But how they finish behind the fucking AFC North? I don't get that one. I can even make a case to put them above the NFC West. Shit. I know they have the Giants, but the NFC West has the fucking Seahawks and the 49ers. And this one's another one that I think, over the last few years, it's been a really bad division, but number 6.
AFC South.
NFC South.
Hmm.
You can
Well,
make
it's a
a case that,
competitive division. It's just they don't do anything in the playoffs.
well, I mean, their overall their regular season records have been terrible too. But yes, the Saints are going to be the fucking shits. They're not going to be good at all. But the Panthers are going to do better than last year. I think you can make a case that the Falcons will do better than last year. And Baker Mayfield cooking down there in Tampa Bay lately, the Bucs are going to be pretty solid too. Number 7.
AFC South.
Nope.
AFC East because it's the
Yes.
only one left.
Right. AFC has got the Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, and Jets. The Dolphins are going to be shit.
That's not competitive.
Dolphins are going to be awful. The Jets have a new quarterback and a new coach. They're still not going to be great, but I feel like they'll be better than last year.
Yeah,
Patriots are starting to make their climb up. And then the Bills are the Bills. They're going to put up fucking 14 wins. Which leads us to the last worst division in football. AFC South with the Texans, Jaguars, Colts, and Titans. That is deservedly so. Titans are ass. Colts are going to be ass. Jaguars probably going to be ass. Texans can win this division with 7 wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I would have put the NFC East above the fucking North and probably the NFC West. I think the NFC South deserves to be above the fucking AFC North and the NFC West. I think they're going to be a much stronger division this year.
Honestly, I'd have put the AFC West above the NFC North.
Yeah, I mean, to make a case. The Lions are going to take a step back. Vikings are probably going to fucking take a few steps back. Packers are going to be about the same. Bears, I think, take a step forward. But then the AFC West, you got the Chiefs, who are the Chiefs. The Chargers, still going to be competitive. Raiders won't be that great. Broncos, with that fucking defense. And if Bo Nix shows up again this year, they're going to throw up some more wins too. So yeah, I think you can make a case that the AFC West should be the toughest division. I mean, they have the same cumulative overall or over/under win total. They both have 37. So I guess it's kind of a tie. They also have 37 for the NFC West, which I think is ludicrous. And I don't mean the right way.
I think I would keep the list about the same that it is now, except for instead of the AFC South, I would just put like the CFL.
Just bounce the AFC South from the list altogether.
But you guys got to get out of here.
The UFL.
Mm-hmm.
That starts next week.
Of the playoffs? Oh, yeah.
No, the CFL.
Yeah. So I had to rewind in my head. Oh, wait, no, CFL. I got you. All right. I was going to bring this up a couple weeks ago, but Matt had heard the same segment, so I decided to hold on to it. But now I found another one, so I'll leave it up to you guys. Which one of these you want to do? We have the NFL draft bust, 50 worst picks from the past 50 years. Or we could do the biggest NFL draft bust for all 32 teams.
Both.
Both. Yeah, we could do that. We'll start off with the teams, just because it's higher up on this list here. Some of these should be simple. All right, apparently there's no discernible order here, because it's supposed to be one for each team. But first on the list, or at least the way they got it listed here, number 32, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was their first overall pick in 1986.
Oh, damn. Okay, that's not what I thought it was going to be at all.
Was this when they took Bo Jackson and he refused to play for them?
Indeed it is. Bo Jackson is the biggest bust for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I kind of get that, but at the same time, I feel like that's not fair. But
it says Jackson was far from a bust of a player, but the Buccaneers wasted this pick. Jackson warned the Buccaneers that they drafted him. He wasn't going to play for them and play baseball. Tampa Bay didn't listen and selected Jackson anyway because the Buccaneers sent a jet to pick Jackson up for a physical and visit. Jackson was ruled ineligible by the SEC, which led to the warning he wouldn't play for Tampa Bay.
Think Caleb doesn't know how to play baseball.
They eventually relinquished Jackson's rights, and the Raiders selected him in the 7th round on the following year. Waste of a pick. Imagine being able to pick up Bo Jackson in the 7th round.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 31, Dallas Cowboys. Nobody's going to get this one. 1997, number 22 overall pick. He was a tight end.
You're certainly right. I'm not going to get it.
David LaFleur. Not to be confused with me and Matt's last name, Leffler. Injuries to Jay Novacek forced the Cowboys to seek a tight end in the 1997 draft, trading up with the Eagles to select LaFleur. He was the second tight end in the draft, taken after Tony Gonzalez was a massive disappointment, catching just 85 passes for 729 yards and 12 touchdowns in 4 seasons. Number 30, the New England Patriots. I'll just say it because it was 1982, first overall pick, the defensive lineman Kenneth Sims. So the Patriots had some poor picks in the late 1990s, but none matched the minimal impact Sims made when the team was with the team he was selected a decade earlier. Sims never became the next great defensive end, recording just 17 sacks in 8 seasons. Jesus Christ. Oh, hold on. I just seen the word arrested. Let me skim down and find the rest of it. Sims' tenure ended with the Patriots in 1990 when he showed up to camp out of shape 16 days after he was arrested and charged with possession of cocaine.
Jimmy says, I guess I understood when she said biggest bust. I was like, yeah, so.
No, but that means we could see if there's like a
Tony Saragusa. Eddie Lacy.
Gilbert Brown.
Jamarcus Russell.
There you go. Number 29, the Atlanta Falcons. Number 1 overall pick in 1988, linebacker Andre Bruce. Bruce wasn't the pass rusher who changed the NFL. He wasn't the next Lawrence Taylor either. Bruce never made a Pro Bowl or All-Pro team, starting just 33 of 62 games with the Falcons before Atlanta moved on. Here we go. Here's one that's a little more relevant. Number 28, the Houston Texans. Their number 1 overall pick from 2002.
David Carr.
David Carr. It's tough to be a quarterback for an expansion team. Carr never worked out in Houston, leading the league and being sacked 3 times in his first 4 seasons. Led the league in sacks in his first 3 of his first 4 seasons. He completed 60% of passes for 13,391 yards with 59 touchdowns to 65 interceptions, 75.5 rating.
That seems like, I don't know, it seems like there's probably somebody better or worse, I guess, on that list. David Carr, Andre Johnson was the next year, so that was a pretty good one. Dante Robertson, Jason Babin, Travis Johnson, Mario Williams, Babin, yeah. Amobi Okoye, Dwayne Brown, Brian Cushing, Kareem Jackson, J.J. Watt, Whitney Merciless, DeAndre Hopkins, J.B. Clowney, Kevin Johnson, Will Fuller, Deshaun Watson. You can say that, I guess, kind of. Titus Howard, Derek Stingley Jr., Keenan Green, C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson. Damn, they do it for a team that hasn't been good consistently. They have a lot of good first-round draft picks.
Yeah. They haven't done anything with him, though. So their ownership's terrible, and so is their coaching.
It's true.
Number 27, the Chicago Bears.
I'm not going to get this because I'm going to just start throwing fucking combos at you. But
Caleb Williams.
Not yet. I mean, hey. Okay. Hold on, wait a second. Was it Lorenzo Spillman?
No.
Rashad Salon?
No.
Cade McNown?
No.
Rex Gross. This seems like a walk of shame.
Right.
Rex Grossman.
But no, not right. It's not Rex Grossman. It's right that it's a walk of shame.
Mitchell Trubisky.
Kevin White or Patrick.
Eddie Icing got it.
Bullshit. That's not
Mitchell
fair.
Trubisky, number 2 overall. The Bears have made a lot of bad first-round picks over the years. Trading up 1 spot to draft Trubisky over Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes is the winner.
I'm not even like naming or shitposting or being ironic or fucking around when I say this. I genuinely, really, truly, honestly believe that he was slightly better than Justin Fields.
Trubisky is the lone top 5 quarterback to have his 5th-year option declined since the rookie wage scale was introduced in 2011. In 4 years with the Bears, Trubisky completed 64% of passes for 10,609 yards with 64 touchdowns and 37 interceptions, an 87.2 quarterback rating. While rushing for 1,057 yards and 8 touchdowns. Of the 47 quarterbacks with more than 500 pass attempts from 2017 through 2020, Trubisky ranked 41st in passer rating, 26th in completion percentage, 29th in touchdown percentage, and 37th in yards per attempt.
Did Justin Fields ever make the playoffs with Chicago?
Nope, not let alone twice like Mitchell Trubisky did.
I feel like the Trubisky one's because Patrick Mahomes was taken and they traded all that draft capital to move up 1 spot.
This is true.
Yeah, I think that's what
There is zero chance Patrick Mahomes would have been the Patrick Mahomes we know if he'd come to Chicago.
Yeah, most likely.
He would have been better.
Could have done everyone a favor. I actually do want to live in this like parallel universe where the Bears take Mahomes and Mahomes fucking sucks. He's out of the league in like 5 years. And we're talking about Mitchell Trubisky being the greatest quarterback of all time. For this Chiefs. It's still the Chiefs.
Imagine if Mahomes would have pulled a fucking Bo Jackson and said, fuck that, I'm going to go play baseball. Because the Tigers had drafted him.
Oh, man, he could be playing with Javi Baez right now.
Yeah, Javier Baez.
Angel Reese.
Next week, you can do the biggest WNBA draft busts. Yes. I see you put bust in it. Yeah. A little better.
Actually, kind of like the idea of doing a WNBA draft, but like exactly how you think it would go.
All right, number 26 on the list, Buffalo Bills.
Cousin you.
Nope. Number 4
Aaron
overall pick
Mayben?
in 2002. He was an offensive lineman.
Oh.
Mike Williams. Williams never became the franchise tackle the Bills envisioned, failing to protect Drew Bledsoe for several seasons before the Bills decided to move on. He started 56 games for the Bills in 4 seasons before being benched in favor of undrafted free agent Jason Peters.
Never heard of it.
Exactly. That's why he was a bust, I guess. Number 25, New York Giants, offensive lineman John Hicks. He was the number 3 overall pick in 1974. I feel like you could find more current ones than that, but I guess maybe he's the biggest overall. Number 24, Baltimore Ravens. He was the number 32 overall pick in 2013.
2013.
Bernard Bouchard, or what's his name? The receiver.
So I'm not sure what you're trying to pronounce, but that's not it.
Oh. Bouchard, I think was it.
Oh, Rocket Richard.
Something.
They called him Rocket.
Perryman, yeah, something like that.
Oh, Rashad Perriman. Okay.
Oh, Buller?
No. Safety, Matt Elam. This just demonstrates how well the Ravens draft in the first round, but even they have a miss. Elam was selected to replace Ed Reed in the secondary, but struggled in coverage and had just 131 tackles and 1 interception in 4 seasons. Ravens did not pick up his 5th-year option, and he was out of the league after an arrest involving marijuana and oxycodone possession. He never played another NFL game.
That's pretty cool, though.
Number 23, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Todd Blackledge, number 7 overall pick in 1983. It goes back that far, and I don't feel like there's any chance we're getting it. I'm just going to say it out loud.
Todd Blackledge.
Give it at least a couple seconds.
Okay. Well, you'll get a couple seconds on this one. A little more current than that, but still. Arizona Cardinals. The number 3 overall pick in 1998.
Last son of a bitch. I feel like it's a quarterback.
How the fuck is this not Matt Leinart or Josh Rosen?
That's a fucking good question. I guess I'll have to read. Maybe that'll explain it. His defensive lineman, Andre Wadsworth. The first pick behind Peyton Manning and Ryan Leaf, Wadsworth wasn't the franchise-altering defensive lineman the Cardinals thought they were getting. A severe knee injury played a major role in Wadsworth lasting just 3 years in the league, totaling just 108 tackles and 8 sacks in 36 games. A 44-day holdout over a contract his rookie year didn't help matters either. He wanted money closer to what Manning and Leaf received. It also doesn't help that Charles Woodson was selected with the pick right after him.
Yikes.
So that's why. Oh, Jesus Christ. Number 21, the Philadelphia Eagles. Nope. Nope, not him either. Running back.
Oh.
Go ahead, Matt.
Nope, it's running back. Nope, I was thinking receiver.
Running back Leroy Keys. He was the number 3 overall pick in 1969.
Nice.
Let's see. There were a few offensive line candidates who could have been selected here, but Keys was supposed to be the franchise-changing running back for Philadelphia. After winning the last 2 games the prior season and missing out on the number 1 pick and O.J. Simpson, the Eagles chose Keys 1 spot ahead of Mean Joe Green. Oops. All right, number 20, the Washington Commanders, although they were the Redskins back then.
RG3.
Nope. Right position, but much earlier.
Oh, fuck. I think I know his name.
Was it the dude that ended up becoming a congressman? Heath
I don't
Schuler.
know. Yes, Heath Schuler. Good job. That is correct. 'Cause I
With
know he
his
became a
American
congressman.
politics.
Right. So I had to skim through. Like, does it say anything about him being a congressman in the future? No. Okay.
Or was it?
Yeah. It says Washington had a few busts that deserved to be on this list, but Schuler was supposed to be the team's next franchise quarterback. Instead, he was beaten out by 7th-round pick Gus Frerotte. Yeah, when you're getting beat out by Gus Frerotte, that's not good. During his 2 terrible seasons, Schuler completed 47.7% of his passes for 2,403 yards with 13 touchdowns and 19 interceptions in 19 games.
He was the member of the House of Representatives for North Carolina's 11th District from 2007 to 2013.
Who could forget that?
Right. That's common knowledge over here. Number 19, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let the fun begin.
Justin Blackman.
Nope.
Fucking Blake Bortles.
Nope.
That running back who were taken the same year as Lawrence.
No.
ETN? Or no?
Well, it is a quarterback. He was the number 10th overall pick in 2011.
Blaine Gabbert.
Blaine Gabbert. Jaguars had a lot of first-round busts for a team that has been around for only 26 years. Gabbert's fall had the biggest impact on the franchise. Jacksonville moved up 6 spots in the first round to draft a quarterback who completed 53.3% of his passes for 4,347 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 24 interceptions. The Jaguars traded Gabbert after 3 seasons, with the team winning just 5 of his 27 starts. Yikes. All right, number 18, you'd expect this team to have a lot, but the answer should be obvious. The Cleveland Browns.
Tim Couch.
Johnny Manziel.
No, it's Tim Couch. Number 1 overall pick in 1999. Browns had a few contenders here, but Couch was supposed to be the best quarterback in a heralded 1999 class. Cleveland didn't even consider the best quarterback in the group, Donovan McNabb, with the pick.
Johnny Manziel and Brandon Weeden fucking robbed.
Yeah, kind of.
Tim Couch is the legend to me, though.
He headbutted the shit out of that wall, though. That was pretty cool.
Inconsistency and injuries doomed Couch, who went just 22-37 as a starter in Cleveland. He threw just 64 touchdowns to 67 interceptions for a 75.1 passer rating. Out of 30 quarterbacks with 1,000 pass attempts from 1999 to 2003, Couch finished 20th in touchdown passes, 6th in interceptions, 25th in passer rating, and 24th in yards per attempt at 6.49. Cleveland couldn't find a starting quarterback until the franchise drafted Baker Mayfield in 2018, and even he only lasted 4 seasons with them because they wanted the fucking molester. They did Baker dirty. Oh, he's the best quarterback we've had in fucking 20 years. Let's get rid of him.
Hell, he's arguably the best they've ever had.
Yeah. This one will be fun. Number 17, the Carolina Panthers.
Ray Caruth.
Ray Caruth, number 27th overall in 1997. Caruth was an epic disappointment in Carolina, catching just 62 passes for 804 yards and 4 touchdowns in 3 seasons. Caruth had just 18 catches for 259 yards after his rookie year, but that wasn't the end of his tenure with the Panthers. Caruth's NFL career ended after he was charged with a conspiracy to commit murder of his pregnant girlfriend carrying his child. He was sentenced to 18 to 24 years in prison and was released in 2018. He's a free man.
See, if he too will be playing wide receiver for the Dolphins.
He played wide in prison, I'm sure. He was definitely receiving.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 16, the San Francisco 49ers.
Trey Lance.
Yep.
Trey Lance, number 3 overall in 2021. Lance replaces Jim Druckenmiller, a fellow quarterback who was drafted in the first round back in 1997 to eventually become Steve Young's heir apparent. Lance's career may end up turning out okay, but for now he makes the list after making just 4 starts in 2 years with the 49ers.
They can get fucked. But yeah, they could get fucked. Because they say, okay, Trey Lance's career might turn out okay, but Trubisky's a fucking bomb. I'm gonna fight this guy.
When was this list made?
Fuck. I don't know. Let me see.
It has to be within the last 2 years or so.
By Jeff Kerr of April 23rd, 2025. So, like a month ago.
And he said Trey Lance's career might turn out fine.
He's holding out hope.
Yep. He says he is currently a free agent and signed with the Los Angeles Chargers in free agency. So that would make him not a current free agent. Yeah, now he's over there with Haba. He can back up Trevor Lawrence. Or Trevor Lawrence. Fucking the other fucking underperforming long-haired quarterback. Herbert. Number 15, the Tennessee Titans.
The fucking wide receiver.
Vince Young.
I can't remember his name.
Nope. Not a wide receiver, not Vince Young. He was the number 29th.
Isaiah Wilson.
Yes, Isaiah Wilson, number 29th overall pick in 2020. How bad does your NFL career have to be to earn bust status less than a year after being drafted? Just ask Wilson, who is already out of the league. Wilson appeared in just one game for the Titans, playing only 3 offensive snaps. He was placed on the COVID-19 reserve list twice, suspended for the team's Week 13 game following a violation of team rules. Wilson was arrested for a DUI in September of 2020 and received a trespass warning while attending a party a month prior. Wilson was dealt to the Dolphins, but showed up late to a physical and a team meeting days later. Along with 2 workouts he said he would attend. He was cut by Miami shortly after.
and on one of those 3 offensive snaps, dude was pancaked.
Yeah, he's a legend apparently.
Oh,
Yeah, I completely forgot about him for a second. Yeah, but yeah, that might. There was actually a video by Urinating3 on him a couple months ago saying he might be the worst draft pick ever made.
Yeah, it sounds that way.
Imagine being told by the same team that fucking traded for Tyreek Hill that you don't have the right character to play for them.
Right. Number 14, the Minnesota Vikings.
Shea Jim.
A little early on that one. Give it time.
Christian Ponder?
Nope, that's a good one though. He was the number 7th overall pick in 2005.
The offensive lineman guy from UFC whose name I can't remember.
Nope. Wide receiver Troy Williamson. The Vikings tried to replace Randy Moss with Williamson, who they drafted with the first-round pick acquired from the Raiders in the Moss trade. Moss became a Hall of Famer in the years to come, while Williamson had just 79 catches for 1,067 yards and 3 touchdowns in 3 seasons with the Vikings. Moss matched or eclipsed Williamson's career touchdown total with the Vikings in every season since the trade. He retired in 2013. After 2-year stint with the Jaguars, Williamson was out of the league after the 2009 season. He had just 8 catches for 64 yards in Jacksonville.
Freak.
All right, number 13, the Detroit Lions. This would have been my first guess.
I've got a feeling I know who it is, but I'm going to wait for Matt to pick first.
There's so many different things it could be. Charles Rodgers.
Nope.
That's who I would have said.
Nope. Gotta go back 4 years before you were born, Matt.
Oh, I'm out.
Number 7th overall pick in 1990. Maybe that's why I would remember him, because I was 5 at the time and still knew how bad he was. Quarterback Andre Ware. The Lions have a history of draft busts, but Ware is clearly the biggest one. A Heisman Trophy winner from Houston, Ware could never adapt from the run and shoot offense that produced video game numbers. Ware could never beat out Rodney Peete and Eric Kramer for the starting job. Playing just 14 games, completing 51.6% of his passes for 1,112 yards with 5 touchdowns and 8 interceptions in 4 seasons. 6 of those were starts. Ware tried to find footing with the Raiders and Jaguars, but was out of the league by the NFL by 1995. Number 12, Miami Dolphins.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Nope. Number three overall pick in 2013.
Jordan.
Yep, Deion Jordan. The draft's best defensive player was anything but a colossal failure in the league.
So was the entire draft.
Yeah. Jordan started just 1 game in 2 seasons with the Dolphins, netting only 3 sacks. He was suspended 3 times for violating the NFL's performance-enhancing substance policy, resulting in a year-long suspension in 2015 and his eventual release from the Dolphins. Jordan is currently a free agent after registering just 13.5 sacks in 8 seasons. All-pro tackle Lane Johnson was picked right after Jordan. So, it's 2025, and he's still a free agent.
Maybe
Probably
someday.
cheap now.
All right, number 11, Denver Broncos.
True Law?
Nope.
Paxton Lynch.
Nope. Defensive lineman Ted Gregory is the number 26th overall pick in 1988. Gregory is a reason why the NFL scouting combine exists, as he never played a game for the Broncos. Denver never met Gregory in person, and he was much shorter than his listed height of 6'1". And he had a knee injury on top of things. The Broncos traded Gregory to the Saints prior to week 1 of his rookie season. He played 3 games with the Saints before injuring the knee again and was out of football. Chris Spielman was selected 3 picks later, and Eric Allen followed him. Damn. Chris Spielman was a beast. Loved him as a Lion. Let's see if Luke can pick this one up. It's a little older, but number 10, the Green Bay Packers.
Tony Mandarich.
Nope. Nope to both.
Tony Mandarich.
Nope.
Tony Mandarich.
The number 6th overall pick in 1981.
Tony Mandarich.
Quarterback Rich Campbell. The first words under the description: Tony Mandarich is associated with Packers draft bust, but he isn't the biggest one in the history of the zone franchise. The Packers took a quarterback with the 6th overall pick who never started a game for them. Campbell is the only quarterback selected in the top 30 from 1970 to 2019 to have never started a game, playing just 6 games, completing 45.6% of his passes for 386 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions.
Let's take a closer look at that. Mandarich was taken 2nd overall in 1989. The other players that went in the top 5: Troy Aikman, Hall of Famer; Barry Sanders, Hall of Famer; Derek Thomas, Hall of Famer; Deion Sanders, Hall of Famer.
When did you say Mandarich was picked?
2nd overall in 89.
Huh. Because at the bottom of this says the Packers didn't select a quarterback in the 1st round until Aaron Rodgers in 2005 after the Campbell experiment.
No, Mandarich was an offensive tackle.
Oh, okay.
Got
I thought he was a quarterback. I'm like, hold on. So, yeah, I mean, fucking Campbell ruined them so badly they didn't pick a 1st-round quarterback until Aaron Rodgers. All right, number 9, the Los Angeles Rams. They were in St. Louis.
Jared Goff.
Michael Sam.
Nope.
Sam Bradford.
No. That's a fair guess, though. Running back Lawrence Phillips, who's the number 6th overall pick in 1996. The Rams, who hailed in St. Louis at the time, ignored the red flag regarding Phillips and the character issues that surrounded him. Phillips was viewed as the best talent in the draft, but teams didn't want to take the risk. They traded future Hall of Famer Jerome Bettis because they thought so highly of Phillips, whose problems continued in the NFL. Excessive drinking and jail time doomed Phillips after 2 seasons with the team as he was released in the middle of the 1997 season. Phillips rushed for 1,265 yards with 12 touchdowns with the Rams, averaging 3.4 yards per carry. He was out of the league by 1999 after a short stint with the Dolphins and 49ers. Number 8, Indianapolis Colts.
Anthony Richardson.
Time will tell on that one.
Oh, God. Probably a quarterback.
Yep. He was the number 4th overall pick in 1982.
Jim Harbaugh.
Name is Harbaugh was drafted by the Bears, I want to say.
He was. Yeah, he's a Bear.
So, Indianapolis Colts quarterback Art Schlichter. The Colts had a few contenders for this honor before Peyton Manning transformed the franchise, but Schlichter was all-time bad. A gambling suspension cost him his entire 1983 season after a rookie year in which he played just 3 games and threw for 197 yards and 2 interceptions with 0 touchdowns.
If Bo Jackson was the best for Tampa Bay, then that should have been John Elway.
Right. Oh, I remember this guy. Number 7, the Seattle Seahawks.
Brian Bosworth.
Nope. That's a fucking
Really?
good one, too, though. Number 2 overall pick in 1993. I only remember his name because he was the quarterback for the Seahawks in Tecmo Bowl. Rick Meyer. Meyer had 4 forgetful years in Seattle, completing 53.4% of his passes for 9,094 yards, 41 touchdowns, and 56 interceptions. Although he set NFL rookie records in completions and yards, Meyer wasn't the answer the Seahawks were looking for, and the stats proved it. Out of 195 quarterbacks with 1,500 pass attempts, Meyer ranked 181st in passer rating and 193rd in yards per attempt. He played in the NFL until 2003. He managed to have a 10-year career. Number 6, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Kenny Pickett.
Nope. Linebacker Huey Richardson, number 16th overall pick in 1991. Richardson played just 5 games with the Steelers before Bill Cowher had seen enough. Cowher didn't draft Richardson, but the linebacker showed nothing that was worth keeping around. I mean, he didn't draft Richardson. I think he did draft Richardson. I think that's a fucking grammatical error there. He had no tackles and no sacks in an NFL career that lasted just 16 games over the span of 2 seasons.
When did you say he got drafted?
1991.
1991. Let's see, Bill Cowher. I'll have an answer for you in like 20 minutes. Steelers head coach 92.
Oh, okay. So I guess he didn't draft him. All right, number 5, the New York Jets. No, it's not a quarterback. I'll just go ahead and throw that out there now. That's what everybody's going to go down the road of. Number 6th overall pick in 2008.
Oh, what was that corner's name?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
He was a defensive lineman. Vernon Golston.
Oh, yeah.
Jets had their fair share of draft busts, but in recent years, Jets have had their fair share of draft busts in recent years. None was as large as Golston. New York was deceived by Golston's amazing combine and thought he was going to be a dominant pass rusher for the next decade. Instead, Golston never recorded a sack nor forced fumble in his NFL career, finishing with just 42 tackles in 3 seasons. He was out of the league after 3 seasons. The 2008 draft didn't have great pass rushers, and New York took the worst of the bunch in the highest pick. Number 4, the Cincinnati Bengals. This one should be easy.
Gianna Carter.
Nope. He was the number 3 overall pick in 1999. Dirk's probably screaming at his computer right now.
Anthony Banks?
Nope.
What the fuck was this guy?
Charlie Batch.
No, that was a Lions draft.
Hey, you don't hit on Charlie, okay?
Yeah, Charlie had big shoes. Oh, Dirk says Big Daddy Wilkerson. No. Thought for sure Dirk was going to be fucking screaming at his computer like, I know it!
I'm sure it's a big day, but I really wish that was like his actual name. Was some guy named Daddy Wilkerson.
I'll fucking know it when I hear it.
The third overall pick
exactly
in
who you're
1999,
talking about.
quarterback Achilles Smith.
Yeah.
Smith is the winner of bad first-round picks the Bengals made in the 1990s, making a case as one of the worst quarterbacks in NFL history. Smith held out training camp due to a contract dispute, and the Bengals gave him just 15 starts before they had enough. Smith completed 47% of his passes, had 5 touchdowns and 10 interceptions in those starts before being benched for good. Bengals went just 3-12 in Smith's 15 starts. He completed 46.6% of passes for 5 touchdowns and 13 interceptions in just 22 games and was released in 2003, never playing in the league again. What the fuck? This one's stupid. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Number 3, the New Orleans Saints. Punter Russell Erxelben, number 11th overall pick in 1979. They picked a punter at number 11 overall. Gee, how'd that turn out to be a bust? Saints took a punter, yes, a punter, in the first round of the NFL draft. No wonder New Orleans was the laughing stock of the 1970s, causing its fans to eventually put bags over their heads by the start of the next decade. Hey, the Lions took a bit off their style. Erxelben competed for the place-kicking job in his rookie season and lost, attempting just 6 field goals in his career. Why is he kicking field goals if he's a punter?
That's why I took him. He's dual threat.
Yeah. Erxelben ended up punting for the Saints for 5 seasons before being out of the league. Sans a stint as a replacement player in 1987 during the strike.
There's a Travis Hunter this guy.
Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow was selected 2 picks after Erxelben. You had Kellen Winslow staring you in the face, and you're like, give us a punter. All right, the last 2 are super fucking easy. Number 2, the Las Vegas Raiders.
Jamarcus
Russell. I don't even need to read the description. We all know how bad he was and why. And number 1, the Los Angeles Chargers.
So sorry if that sounded kind of rehearsed.
Smart burned his ass. Fucking see, he was drafted in 1998. That happened last year, so 26 years after Smart destroyed him on Twitter. It says this was probably the easiest selection to make on this list. Poor attitude and an inability to control his temper got the best of Leaf, who completed 45.3% of his passes with 2 touchdowns to 15 interceptions in his rookie season. Jesus.
Thrown piece of paper.
He yelled at a reporter and gave a half-hearted apology while alienating himself from his teammates throughout the year. I wonder if that's the same interview where he threw the letter into his locker.
It was. It was.
Yeah, he was yelling at him. He was like, don't talk to me, all right? And then, like, he had to give an apology thereafter. Junior Seau had to keep him from, like, stabbing.
Okay. Big Daddy V would definitely win for biggest bust if you did this for wrestling. Yokozuna was up there, but yeah, Big Daddy V probably had him beat.
There's a guy called Congo Kong that's like on the Indies. It's like just fucking giant, super fat.
Just before.
There's 2 fat fucks on the motorcycle, like the black and white photo. I think they were wrestlers too.
Just before we go on to the next topic, something that was mentioned earlier in the week that we were planning on talking about.
What's that?
Oh yeah, I can find. You're gonna have to give me a second to find it, though. I can find the official article, but in the meantime, they are essentially planning a game. I want to say I forget what country. It's probably like Russia or some crazy shit. Oh, Luke's got it. Cool. The enhanced games are going to be taking place in 2026, which is basically the steroid Olympics. It is a Olympic-like competition where all of the competitors are encouraged to take performance-enhancing drugs, legal ones.
Oh yeah.
So the enhanced games have set an inaugural competition for May 2026 in Las Vegas. I was kind of right. Russia, United States. With swimming, athletics, weightlifting on the agenda, athletes using substances banned in official competition to the the fucking text is small and I'm not good at reading. Consternation of there we go. Basking in Las Vegas neon glow at the launch, founder Aaron DeSouza on Wednesday urged athletes to take a gamble on the novel competition that he believes can transform sports science, but critics decried as a freak show. Organizers touted that they believe the biggest success story so far, a Greek swimmer man whose name I will never pronounce in a billion years, never made the podium in 4 Olympics, but surpassed one of the sport's great achievements under the Enhanced Games program. Galakumiv swam 0.02 of a second faster than the 50-meter freestyle official world record that has stood for more than 15 years, clocking 20.89 in February with an inline full-body open water suit that falls outside world aquatic standards. Quote, I'm kind of...
Jesus Christ, sorry.
That's actually what he said. He just made like a loud sound. I'm kind of like the driver in the car, but I need the team behind me. Galakumiv, who finished 5th in the event at the Paris Games, said ahead of the Las Vegas event. Enhanced Games have held the 31-year-old up as an example of what could be possible under the regime while declining to disclose which, quote, performance enhancements he used, citing medical confidentiality. Quote, he should be retired, but in fact he's swimming faster than any human being has ever done. So why? Because he used technology and science to enhance his performance, said DeSouza. Once the world realizes that I think everyone is going to want it, every middle-aged guy once played competitive sport is now suffering from back pain. Is going to say, what is he on? How do I get it? The Enhanced Games operate under the principle that banning performance-enhancing drugs in major competition does not protect athletes, but rather stifles their performance. This shit rules. Our project is like a Formula One. Our project is a lot like Formula One because of the research that happens to make Formula One cars drive faster eventually percolates out onto the road, the Australian entrepreneur told Reuters. This rule is pretty hard. And in the same way, the science and medicine that is used to make athletes achieve world record performances at increasingly older ages will allow all humans, all of our society, to age more healthy and gracefully. So yeah, basically, there's like 18 more paragraphs if I remember correctly. But yes, this guy wants everybody to take steroids and wants to just have basically the steroids Olympics. Truno says the Enhanced Games. See, I wonder if that's like if they're encouraged to take that as well. Like you get them some fucking steroids, you get them some cocaine, you get them some dick pills, you have them do the backstrokes. I would like maybe not this because I really don't care about the regular Olympics. But if you told me that there was like a football league or baseball league or like basketball league that just encouraged steroid usage, I would for sure watch it.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Fucking
It's called MLB in the 1990s.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
My phone's at fucking 5%, so I was trying to find this article on the computer and I cannot fucking find it. Stupid. I thought I had it and I loaded it up and it said number 50, Vince Young. While he's still young, I'm like, hold on. I had to scroll up and look. It's like from 2018.
That would actually be pretty cool. You could probably get like Sammy Sosa to come back. You get a bunch of old baseball players.
Yeah.
Sammy Sosa's white now, but he'll play some baseball.
He is pretty white now. All right. Well, I can't find that 50 for 50 worst biggest bust of the last 50 years on here. At least not one that was made before 2021. Here's one: NFL draft bust quarterbacks. The top 50 biggest whiffs of the past 50 years. But this from 2024. Man, I guess we could go with that.
Currently watching the Cubs being tied 2-2 with the Rockies, and I want to shoot myself in the face. It's the 9th inning.
All right, fuck it. Let's run through this. I know it's from 2024, but it'll do. Gonna have to suffice. Number 1, it's easy. We just did it. Ryan fucking Leaf. Number 2, Luke Birch. Who's the number 2 biggest draft or bust ever?
Tony?
Tony Mandarich.
Mandarich.
Give him his opportunity to throw that out there. It's funny. He's the second biggest bust in 50 years, according to this, but he wasn't even the biggest bust for the team, according to the other fucking article. Number 3. Any guesses? Jamarcus. Number 4 wasn't even the biggest bust on the Colts, but he's number 4 on this list.
Anthony Richardson.
Nope. 1990 first overall pick.
Oh, Jeff George.
Jeff George. Oh, you know what the hell that means? The first sentence underneath it says, he looked like Uncle Rico, threw like him too, and basically played like the Napoleon Dynamite folk hero. Okay. Great description. Number 5.
Over mountains.
Number 5.
He made the list he made the last list for the 49ers.
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance. What the fuck? Number 5A.
I love this. This one's
from Canada.
Yeah, right. Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5,
Doug Flutie.
No, I don't think he's Canadian. Why is it?
Played in the CFL. It's close enough. He might be. Let me look.
He was the second overall pick in 2021.
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson. Number 5A. Do we have a 5B? Oh, we do. Number 5B. Does this mean there's still going to be fucking 45 left after this? This list is deceiving. Fuck USA Today.
Sexual assault today.
Now remember, this was written last year, so when it says recently traded to Pittsburgh, it means that was last year.
Russell Wilson.
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. Number 5B.
See, I told you he was worse than Trubisky. This guy knows.
Oh my God. 5C.
If it's Trubisky, I will kill him in his fucking sleep. And you can walk
It is not Trubisky, but it is a quarterback.
Very good.
Rosen.
Nope.
Blaine Gabbert.
Hold on, let me see. Were these all fucking? Maybe it's 5A, 5B, and 5C because they're all from the same year. Yep, that's what it is. All 4 of them were drafted in 2021. So we had Trey Lance, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, and Mac Jones. Now we move on to number 6. He was referenced before for the Rams. 6th overall in 1996, Lawrence Phillips. That's right. Number 7. The fuck? Number 7 isn't even a player. It's just a decision, apparently. Jets' decision to trade down in 1997. After going 1-15 in 1996, Gang Green most definitely earned the number 1 overall pick in the 97 draft, which they surely would have used for Manning had he opted not to return to the University of Tennessee for his senior year. However, after Manning was off the table, Parcells dealt down from number 1 to number 6 in a bid to restock this roster, passing on the opportunity to snatch future Hall of Fame left tackle Orlando Pace. Then Parcells dropped down from number 6 to number 8, passing on the opportunity to get future Hall of Fame left tackle Walter Jones. Linebacker James Ferrier, who was much better in Pittsburgh later in his career than during his Gotham stint, headlined New York's forgettable Hall. Okay. Number 8, another decision. Colts' decision to draft John Elway, number 1 in 1983. His talent obviously justified the selection, but Team Brash should have taken Elway seriously when he threatened to play baseball rather than for Baltimore. In the end, he launched his Hall of Fame career in Denver, while the Colts were left with Hinton, backup quarterback Mark Herman, and a first-round pick in 1984. Number 9. Oh, Matt guessed this guy earlier. For Washington,
RG3.
RG3, second overall pick in 2012.
RG Nate.
RG no knee.
Got him.
9A, here we go again. The Rams Hall for Robert Griffin III. On the opposite end of the RG3 coin, St. Louis parlayed its bounty into Michael Brockers, Janoris Jenkins, Isaiah Peed, Rokevius Watkins, I don't know, Alec Ogletree, Stedman Bailey, Zach Stacy, and Greg Robinson. Some decent and not so decent players there, but obviously not a group that came anywhere close to salvaging the NFL in the gateway city, much less providing the bedrock for a perennial powerhouse.
Hey,
Okay, bye-bye. She came to the door, opened it, and immediately turned around and walked away. She's like, oh, fuck that. I'm not getting back on there. 9B. I don't understand this one. Defensive end Chase Young, second overall 2020 for Washington. I thought he did good, though. How's he a bust? Basically, a defensive version of RG3, the rookie of the year, before suffering a serious knee injury and ultimately falling out of favor with the organization. Still, like, top 50? Number 10 on the list was on the other one for the Falcons. The first overall pick in 1988, Andre Bruce. Number 11 was Tampa Bay's selection, Bo Jackson. Number 12 is offensive tackle Robert Gallery. Second
Where
overall.
the fuck is the guy that went one pick after Chase Young?
I don't know. There was no 11B, so. Number 13 was a second overall pick in 1990 for the Jets. He was a running back. Blair Thomas. Says to think future Hall of Famers Cortez Kennedy and Junior Seau were sitting there, or if New York really had to have a tailback, eventually all-time leading rusher Emmitt Smith was around until number 17. They took Blair Thomas, whoever the fuck that guy is. Number 14 is the Bills' decision to draft Tom Cousineau in number 1 in 1979. Buffalo owned the choice after dealing O.J. Simpson to the 49ers, but Cousineau took the Canadian Football League's money and bolted, never playing it down for the Bills.
Tommy Quiznos.
This is funny because this was done last year. Number 15, the third overall pick in 2018.
Darnold.
Sam Darnold. Number 15 on the biggest bust, and they turned around and had a great season last year. Number 16 is the Seahawks' decision to trade down in 1977. Who cares? These are stupid. Number 17 is that quarterback Art Schlichter that we talked about. Number 18 is Jack Thompson, the 3rd overall pick in 1979 for the Bengals. Number 19 is Deion Jordan again for the Dolphins. Number 20 is wide receiver Johnny Lamb Jones, 2nd overall pick in 1980 for the Jets.
Oh,
Fuck. Another 70s pick, another 70s pick. All right, number 23. Here we go. 2018. 10th overall pick.
Eric Eron.
Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen.
Oh.
Don't
I just want
worry,
Eric
Matt. Yeah, so if you feel like the Lions are being left out, here we move on to number 24, the 3rd overall pick of 2020.
Jeff Okudah.
Jeffrey Okudah. No corner has ever been
Hey.
picked higher.
There's the guy that went one pick after Chase Young.
Yep. Found him. Yeah, no
He's
corner has
supposed to
ever
pick
been picked
most.
higher, but heading into his 5th season, when many first rounders are collecting during lucrative option years, Okudah is resetting with his 3rd team, the Houston Texans. He's missed 29 games in his career to date. Worse quarterbacks have a 103.6 passer rating when targeting the former Ohio State star. Oh, and just to repeat, Justin Jefferson, Justin Herbert, CeeDee Lamb, and Tristan Wirfs were among the players taken later than round 1 that year. Hold on,
That's
Ryan.
what happens when you have a GM that's drafting for his job.
Yep. 25 is that punter taken by the Saints. 25A is another kicker taken the same year for the Cardinals. 15th
Imagine
overall.
being
What the
so
fuck?
bad. So bad that the worst pick of a punter is a better pick than you in the 1st round.
79 was the Saints took a kicker 11th overall. 78 the year before that, the Cardinals took a kicker 15th overall. Stephen Little.
The
He
only
missed 14 of 27 field goals.
the only team that have ever been able to make that work is the Raiders. Ray Guy.
Okay. I was going to say Janikowski. I
Kind
know
of.
when he was when he was drafted though. 25 is Vernon Golston
That's
again. 27 is quarterback Kelly Stauffer, 6th overall in 1987 for the Cardinals.
Kelly Stafford?
No, Stauffer.
over.
Number 28 we covered for the Vikings, Troy Williamson. Number 29, tight end, 9th overall pick in 1995 for the Jets. Kyle Brady. New York could have had Warren Sapp or Ty Law or Derek Brooks, but in typical JETS fashion, they screwed it up royally. Number 30, 1st overall pick in 2010. You guys guessed him for this team.
It's Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford. Correct. Number 31 is the Browns Hall for Julio Jones. Cleveland dealt the 6th pick in 2011 to Atlanta. Falcons GM Thomas Dimitroff was widely panned for paying so much to get Jones and ultimately wound up with, what the hell's NT? Nose tackle. Okay.
Nose tackle.
Nose tackle Phil Taylor, wide receiver Greg Little, fullback Owen Marichik, and quarterback Brandon Whedon. Yep, should have held on to Julio Jones.
In fairness, who Julio got the ball thrown to? Like,
Right, yeah. The Browns' 2012 draft overall is number 32 on this list. As bad as Whedon, 22nd overall, was running back Trent Richardson, and Trent Richardson, the number 3 pick, was worse based on relative value. Cleveland sent Minnesota 4 picks to swap from 4th to 3rd overall. Even when the Browns flipped Richardson to the Colts for a first-round pick in 2013, they eventually wound up with Johnny Manziel. 32A, the Browns' 2014 draft. Manziel, 22nd overall, was dreadful. Quarterback Justin Gilbert, and the number 8 pick was a bigger blunder given his slot. So, Browns suck at drafting is the overall thing here. Let's stick with the Browns. Number 33, quarterback, 22nd overall pick in 2007. Played in Notre Dame, I believe.
Kaiser.
No. What was your guess, Mark?
Brady Quinn.
Brady Quinn. That is correct.
Which a bonus aside for you on that one, I found a clip on YouTube of like the best wide receivers taken each year per class, like first wide receiver, best wide receiver, like the variants. Anyways, that year Kelvin Johnson was taken, and there's a clip of Mel Kiper Jr. saying that Johnson is a fine player, but if he were the Lions, he would have taken Brady Quinn instead.
Retard.
Yeah.
Number 4, we already covered St. Louis, or not St. Louis, Cincinnati's biggest bust of all time. Achilles Smith. Yep. Number 35. Second overall pick in 2003. Drafted by the Detroit Lions.
Joey Harrington.
Charles Rogers.
Charles Rogers. 36 was the politician Heath Schuler. 37 was the Cardinals' worst, Andre Wadsworth. 38, Seahawks' worst, Rick Meyer. 38A, the Bears' 1997 trade for Rick Meyer. Forgot about this, didn't you? Seattle stole Chicago's first-round pick in exchange for Meyer, who was even worse in one season in the Windy City. Meanwhile, the Seahawks recovered to draft stud cornerback Sean Springs. That's funny. As awful as he fucking was in Seattle, Chicago still gave up a first-round pick to take him.
They would have just built an offensive line.
All right, Smart, get ready to get mad. Number 39.
Wait, Velus Jones Jr. I will hear nothing else.
Mitchell Trubisky, second overall in 2017 in the Bears. Another botched move by Chicago atop a draft in an ill-considered bid to fix the century-old organization's ongoing quarterback conundrum. To simply swap the number 2 and number 3 overall selections, the Bears had to give the 49ers a third and fourth rounder plus a future third round used to eventually draft all-pro linebacker Fred Warner in 2018. GM Ryan Pace. Go ahead.
People realize that like Rex Grossman sucked ass too, right? And the reason they made the Super Bowl is because of the defense and just Hester pulling fucking magic out of his ass.
Yep. GM Ryan Pace then picked Trubisky, who was middling at best while starting for 2 Bears playoff teams. The 2018 edition was Super Bowl caliber otherwise, when he could have had Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson.
Yes, because Trubisky was the one that missed that field goal, famously.
39A, defensive lineman Solomon Thomas, third overall in 2017. For all the capital the Niners inhaled in the Trubisky deal, they flubbed much of it by taking the disappointing Stanford star before trading the 2017 third round pick, which the Saints used on perennial Pro Bowl running back Alvin Kamara. Number 40 is the Raiders. Yep. Raiders 2020 draft. As much trouble as former GM Mike Mayock ran into in early rounds, this was the class that ultimately might have gotten him fired. First rounders Henry Ruggs and Damon Arnett, the latter obtained as part of the Khalil Mack trade years before, were both released in 2021 amid serious off-field incidents. An inebriated Ruggs involved in an auto accident that killed a woman and her dog. That son of a bitch. Third rounder Lynn Bowden Jr. was traded to Miami before his rookie season and has never amounted to much in the NFL. Fellow third rounder Tanner Muse never played for the Raiders either. While running back Brian Edwards lasted just 2 seasons in Las Vegas, the best of the bunch is round 4 guard John Simpson, who blossomed with the Ravens.
I'm trying to remember what Damon Arnett's off-field incident was.
Yeah, I don't know. 40A is the Raiders' 2019 draft. With 3 first-rounders, it was supposed to be the year that Mayock set the silver and black up for years of success. But the immediate criticism of defensive end Cleland Farrell, taken 4th overall, proved justified. Safety John Abram didn't make it through his 4th season with the franchise. Running back Josh Jacobs was a productive player, but not one the team deemed worthy of a multi-year contract extension. Round 2 cornerback Trayvon Mullen was also an ex-Raider after 3 seasons. Note: Mayock found defensive end Max Crosby and wide receiver Hunter Renfrow on day 3. Not they were able to save, or not even they were able to save his job in the final analysis.
I've just looked up what Damon Arnett's off-field incident was. A fan criticized his performance, so he decided sending them an Instagram video of him brandishing a firearm and threatening their life with an appropriate response.
I see nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
They are Raider fans.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The Raiders number 41 is the Raiders 2011 trade for quarterback Carson Palmer. Can't blame this on Mayock. Oakland gave up a 1st and 2nd rounder to pry the former number 1 pick out of Cincinnati and quasi-retirement. A 3-time Pro Bowler, Palmer was 8 and 16 in 1.5 seasons with the silver and black, and was shipped to Arizona, where he reverted to starter form for the net gain of a round 6 choice in 2013. Number 42 is a defensive end, Mike Mamula, 7th overall in 1995 by the Eagles. Number 43 is the Colts' entire 1992 draft. Indianapolis owned the top 2 picks and selected defensive end Steve Emtman and linebacker Quentin Corriette. Emtman was beset by injuries, and Corriette was a pedestrian performer. This would rank higher, but the 92 draft was short on talent and hasn't produced one Hall of Famer, despite running 12 rounds. Jesus Christ, 12 rounds? And they didn't get one Hall of Famer?
Well, not yet.
As though Dallas's Darren Woodson might eventually reach Canton. Number 44 is running back Kai Jana Carter, the 1st overall pick in 1995 for Cincinnati. Number 44A, Dirk, scream it out. It's defensive tackle Dan Big Daddy Wilkinson, 1st overall pick in 1994.
Cool,
he was
man.
Average at best for Cincinnati, which could have avoided the Carter gaffe in 1995 by taking Marshall Faulk number 1 in 1994. Oops.
I feel like Jerry Jones really wanted him.
Number 45 is Todd Blackledge, we talked about, but it's also Tony Eason and Ken O'Brien. If you drafted a quarterback in the 1st round of the 1983 draft, you had a 50% shot at getting a Hall of Famer. Alloway, Jim Kelly, or Dan Marino. Otherwise, you got one of these guys, all taken with Marino, 27th overall, still available. Damn. Number 45A, defensive tackle Gabe Rivera, 21st overall in 1983 for the Steelers. Number 46 is the Bears post-Walter Payton 1st round running backs. Brad Muster, 23rd overall pick in 1994. Rashaan Salam, 21st in 1995. Curtis Enos, 5th in 1998. And Cedric Benson, 4th in 2005. All bombed in the years following Sweetness's retirement after the 1987 campaign.
Fun fact, that same draft, after Cedric Benson was taken in the 1st round, I want to say either the 3rd or the 5th round, the 49ers took Frank Gore. Frank Gore retired after Cedric Benson died. So, yeah, that was a bit of a mistake pick. He played an entire career and died in the time it took Frank Gore's career to last.
I didn't know Cedric Benson was dead. I remember the name.
One of the best. Also, Curtis Eason, great quarterback. One of the best. Love him.
Frank Gore, 3rd round.
Yep, 3rd round.
Number 47 is the Cowboys' 2000 trade for wide receiver Joey Galloway. In one of owner Jerry Jones's most notorious moves, Dallas sent 2 first-rounders to Seattle for the speedy receiver. Galloway averaged fewer than 50 yards per game in 4 years in Big D, while the Seahawks snagged future MVP Sean Alexander. 48 is a wide receiver taken 18th overall in 2022.
2022.
Drafted by the Titans.
Oh, is it Corey something?
Nope.
No.
Treylon Burks. Rather than pay wide receiver A.J. Brown, now a perennial Pro Bowler and legitimate 1,500-yard receiver, Tennessee traded him to Philadelphia for a pair of picks, including this first-rounder used on Burks. It's still early, but the Arkansas product has produced just 49 catches for 665 yards and 1 touchdown in 2 seasons.
And it's already started. Joey Bosa's already got his first injury with Buffalo.
Surprise, surprise.
In other news, water's wet today.
Yeah, boobs are fun. 48A. Wide receiver selected 21st overall in 2020 by the aforementioned Eagles.
Jalen Rager.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
With
Philadelphia
Justin Jefferson still on the board.
Philadelphia was compelled to trade for Brown on the first night of the 2022 draft after the disastrous selection of Rager, who was Burks-esque through 2 seasons with 64 receptions and 695 yards and 3 touchdowns before being shipped to Minnesota for a cheesesteak. However, the real cardinal sin associated with Rager was that the Vikings drafted Jefferson with the next selection.
Funny how they both ended up in Minnesota.
Yeah. Number 49 is the 22nd overall pick in 2004 for the Bills.
$2004, you said?
Yep.
Hmm.
J.P. Lossman. He followed Eli Manning, Rivers, and Roethlisberger as the fourth round. As the fourth round 1 passer in 2004. Oops. Oh yeah, Buffalo also gave up a first, second, and fifth rounder to get Lossman when it could have simply waited. They could have simply waited to grab future Pro Bowler Matt Schaub in the round 3. Looks like we got a couple of number 50s. 50, the 10th overall pick in 2011. He was the biggest Jaguars bust.
Black man.
50A, another quarterback selected in 2011. 8th overall.
J. Emmanuel.
Nope. Although I think you did say his name earlier.
Fucking other guy. Oh, God, what is his name? Fuck.
He was drafted by the Titans.
Oh, the Titans. Drew Lock.
No. Oh, yeah, that is what you said earlier. Not Drew Lock, but Jake Locker.
Jake Locker. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Aside from quarterbacks not named Cam Newton, this was an epic draft. Tennessee didn't get a crack at Newton, Von Miller, A.J. Green, Patrick Peterson, or Julio Jones, but could have taken Tyron Smith, J.J. Watt, Robert Quinn, Mike Pouncey, Ryan Kerrigan, Cam Jordan, or Mark Ingram.
Final score, Oil Reserves 4, Too Loud, Generic, Rockcliffe 1.
Okay. And the last one, 50B. He was the 12th overall pick in 2011. Another quarterback. Y'all guessed him as the biggest bust of all time for the Vikings.
Christian Ponder.
And that is it, finally, for that fucking list.
I do have something, but I'll save it for next week.
All right. I got this. We can run down this real quick. It won't take long. 2009 NFL redraft, rebuilding the first round based off PFF grades and data. I think. Hold on. Let me look. Oh, wait. Never mind. It goes through the entire first round. We're not going to do that tonight. some reason I thought it was just the top 10. I looked over this earlier, and apparently I didn't scroll down far enough. Yeah, we'll save that for another time, too, because it's fucking 10:49. The wife's probably pissed off at me as it is, so let's just go ahead and get the fuck out of here. Let's see what this draft says. Or why is it in Spanish? Also in Spanish. What the fuck? This was an American show. Yeah. That was a bust. Just like all those fucking tricks we just went through.
Gay!
Alright. Well, come back next week where we'll make like 2 more picks again and find other fucking shit to do, like on the spot probably.
Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
That's right, Bill. Anyway, big shout out to True North. Shout out to Scott Greer, Not Queer. Shout out to Dirk. Shout out to Craig. Shout out to fucking Bobby Anthem, the man. Shout out Bob Dole. Shout out all fucking 5 of you that are listening on YouTube. Our numbers have been down. I don't think we've broke 20 in the last 3 weeks. So we're doing this for our entertainment and I guess kind of Scott and True North in the sense that they get to make comments about us in the comment section.
That's true.
And we give Bobby Anthem something to fall asleep to. So. But yeah, come back next week, Tuesday, 8:30. We'll be here. Tits, everybody.
Chinaman.
Chinaman tits.